Hello, and welcome to another episode of Homework with Ms. Thomas. I am Ms. Thomas, and today we will be exploring Lesson 8. The objective is to round multi-digit numbers to any place value using a vertical number line. And that's Lesson 8 of Module 1. Let's jump right into it. So we can see for this first one that we're rounding to the nearest 10,000. And in this number 67,000, there are 6 10,000s. So I'm starting at the 10,000s place and then unbundling if I need to. But this number doesn't have anything greater than 10,000, so it's just 6 10,000s. So that's the bottom number, 6 10,000s or 6 tens, 60,000. 60,000. Top number would be 70,000. Halfway would be 60,000 and 5,000 or 65,000. This number is 67. There's a 7 next door. So that's more than 65. So we would round up to 70,000. For the next one, B, we're rounding to the nearest 10,000 again. We have 5 10,000s. So that's the bottom number, or 50,000. One more than 5 is 6 10,000s or 60,000s. Halfway would be the same as the bottom, but the digit next to the 10,000s would be a 5, right? 5,000s or 55,000s. This is 51,000, so that's less than halfway, so we would round down. On to 1C. We have 0 in the 10,000s place, but we have 100,000s, which is also 10,000s. We can unbundle. 100,000 is 10 10,000s. Plus the 0 10,000s is 10 10,000s. So that would be 10 10,000s or 100,000. 10 plus 1 is 11 10,000s. Or 110,000. Halfway would be 10 and 5. 10 10,000s and 5,000. Or 105,000. This is 105,000, 100, right? If it's halfway or more, right, this is the same. But then this is 105,000, 0. This is 105,100. This is 0 hundredths, 100. So that will be more than halfway. So we round up to 110,000. Okay, on to number 2. This time we're rounding to the nearest 100,000. I have 800,000s. That's the bottom number, 800,000. Top number, 900,000. Halfway would be 850,000, right? Half of 100 is 50,000. Half of 100,000 is 50,000. So we would add that to the bottom number. This is 167,000. That's more. So we round up to 900,000. For B, we have 700,000. That's the bottom number. One more, 800,000. Halfway, 750,000. This is 760. That's more. We round up to 800,000. For C, we have 600,000. One more would be 700,000. Halfway would be 650,000. This is 620,000. That's less than halfway. So we round down to 600,000. For number 3, 491,852 people went to the water park in the month of July. Round this number to the nearest 100,000 to estimate how many people went to the park. Show the number line. Use a number line to show your work. Okay, so we have 600. No, we don't have 600. Sorry. We have 491,852 that we're rounding to the nearest 100,000. There are 400,000s. So the bottom number is 400,000. Top number is 500,000. Halfway is 450,000. This is 490,000. That's more than 450. So we round up to 500,000. So there were about 500,000 people at the park. About 500,000 people went to the park. For number 4, use the number, this number was rounded to the nearest 100,000. List the possible digits that could go in the 10,000s place to make the statement true. We want to round this down, right? So we're going to use this number line to show our work. That's what it also says. This would be 100,000. Right? That's how many 100,000s it is. One more than 1 is 2. Halfway is 150. So if I want to round down to 100,000, it would have to be anything less than 5 in this 10,000s place. So it could be 4 10,000s. Some number with 4 10,000s. It could be 3. It could be 2, and so on and so forth. It has to be less than 5. So we're going to list all the possible digits that are less than 5. That is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So if this digit is any of those, we would round it down to 100,000. Number 5. We're going to estimate the sum by rounding to the nearest 10,000 and to the nearest 100,000. So I'm going to do 2 number lines because we have 2 numbers, right? But I'm doing it for both places, so that's really 4 number lines. So we have 164. So that's 16 10,000s. Or 160. One more would be 170,000. Halfway would be 165. This is 164, so we round down. For the other number, we have 21 10,000s, or 210. Notice it's the same. It's just that everything behind the 21 is 0. One more is 22. Oops. Which is 220,000. And halfway is 215,000. This is 216,000. That's more. So we round up. So we're adding 220,000 plus 160,000 to get this sum. And that is 380,000. So this sum is about 380,000. So the nearest 10,000. Now for the nearest 100,000. In the first number we have 100,000, right? One is in the 100,000s place. One more is 200,000. Halfway is 150. This number is 160. That's more than 150. So we round up to 200,000. For the next number, we have 200,000. One more is 300,000. Halfway is 250. 250,000. This is 216,000. That's less than 250. So we will round down to 200,000. So for this second part, we're doing 200,000 plus 200,000, and that is 400,000. About 400,000. All right, that concludes this lesson 8 in Module 1. Thanks so much for watching. Till the next time, keep learning, and I'll see you soon. Bye.